Hi, everyone. I'm three-time U.S. Olympian and six-time national champion Hazel Clark.
And I'm Shannon Grady, exercise physiologist, author of the Lactate Revolution, and inventor of the MyBia app.
And we are so excited to partner with MileSplit to bring you an educational series specifically designed to help high school athletes optimize their performance.
This series is data-driven with elite-level coaching insights to maximize your potential.
That's right. Follow us on milesplit.com.
It's time
to revolutionize your performance. Hi, everyone. It's three-time U.S. Olympian and six-time national champion Hazel Clark and my friend Shannon Grady, lactate expert and the author of
the Lactate Revolution.
I love that. And we are here to talk to you about harnessing the power of your lactate threshold.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think what that means is really just when you get that data, and we know that that data tells you, the science tells you things that your body can't naturally feel. I'm just kind of putting this in everyday terms. For me, I would get my thresholds and I would talk through it with Shannon, and then it was time to implement it. And for me, from an athlete's perspective, before we delve into the science side of things, I just want to say this is really hard to do, and it takes emotional maturity. For me, I was worried about running with my training partners and them thinking I was slower than them and getting the mental edge and, oh, I've got to race them, I've got to be up front. And those silly games, really, when I got caught up in that, those things hindered me. When I was able to be disciplined and just say, listen, I'm going to believe in the science. Doesn't matter if Susie Joe is a few steps ahead of me. Doesn't matter what the person in the next lane is doing. It just matters that I really look at what the science is telling me, let the science meet me where I am at that specific time, and believe in the process. And when I did that, I had great success. So I just want to say that to all the athletes out there. Do not let your mind play games with you, and don't get caught up in racing your training partners and, oh, I'm behind them. This is really about believing in your own journey and believing in what the science and using it as a tool really to benefit you and be a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, previously this type of data has been used for elite athletes over the past 2 decades. But the benefit for high school athletes is enormous because you're in key developmental periods of your life, your growth, and your physiology. So the benefits of using lactate data to periodize and structure your training, it basically meets you where you are. So the high school athletes, you especially on a high school team, you're going to have a range of talent, right? You've got the superstars, and then you got people who are just out there having fun. Yeah. But where kids often suffer are those kids in the middle.
Yeah.
The kids that can keep up with those superstars, those super talented kids on workouts and runs, but they're always kind of overworking to do it. And then they wonder why come race day, they're not performing as fast. Well, using lactate data to steer your training and guide your daily training, not only from your intensities, but to the types of workouts you're going to be doing, make sure that each athlete is developed appropriately where they are. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you're both training for the 800, right? We had that scenario quite a bit.
Yeah, my training partner was more of the cross-country miler side. And I kind of think I was a balanced 800 meter. I was kind of okay at the 4, okay at the 1500, but and when I would train with her, she would kill me in the mile type workouts. I could stay with her, but it would take everything out of me. And then I think sometimes in the faster stuff, she would have a little bit harder time. But we just really learned to listen to the science and to put programs together that work best for us.
Yeah, using the data where you were, different types of year, like certain areas are stronger and other types of year, certain areas are weaker. And it just gave the direct insight as to, all right, where can I adapt my training to get a positive response? So, you may have been struggling. I remember a point where you were kind of struggling to hit the speed work.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And you were like, what's going on? I'm trying real hard. I'm pushing real hard. But then the testing showed, hey, we actually need to pull you back a little bit to get that speed recovered. And then we slowed down in order to speed you up, and your racing kind of popped off after that. We got your anaerobic system recovered.
But it was counterintuitive. I'm like, slower to go faster.
And
just remember that. Sometimes you got to go slower to go faster, guys. I mean, that's just the way that it works. And so I hope that everyone that's watching this will really kind of get in the MyBia app, work through this process, get your zones, and believe in the process. I really can say that I benefited from it. I think I can really say as an athlete that it was a game changer for me.
Absolutely
Certainly.
game changer. Now, this elite level science is available to anybody. And the key for high school athletes, especially, is getting those individualized zones,
Hmm.
your personalized intensities, and it gives you confidence because the information will give you training that you can absolutely achieve. It's not going to give you stuff outside of your reach. And when you're always overworking and working outside your capabilities, that's also when you get hurt.
Shannon, I don't know anything about science. I'm not that great with apps and technology. Can I do this? Is this achievable for
Absolutely,
me?
absolutely. My by app makes it very simple. Now there's two options. You can do a heart rate only based protocol, or if you want to self test and get a lactate kit, you can run through the simple protocol. You're going to be right out on the track. You run some 800s, you plug in your data, and then it's going to give you everything you need. It's going to give you your individualized heart rate zones, your individualized training paces, and then recommendations on which types of workouts you need at that time.
That's
Yeah,
really
and it's
awesome.
real simple.
Yep.
And the passion that I've had for helping athletes for the last 20 years, elite athletes, and just the power I've seen of this data, I just wanted to make it available to everybody. And I really have seen the difference in many high school programs that
Right.
have adopted this, and just the benefit. And it takes the guesswork out of coaching,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
Great tool for coaches. For
Great
sure.
tool for coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the whole thing. It's really a tool.
Yeah.
It doesn't say this is exactly how you train, but it gives you, hey, this is where their physiology is,
Okay.
and this is how you can adapt your training to meet them where they are.
Okay. Harness the power. Adopt your training to meet you where you are. Remember to have that maturity. Sometimes you have to go slower to go faster. And follow us on MileSplit and MyBia.
MyBia.com.
Okay.
Because it's time
To revolutionize your training, for sure. See you soon.
So you guys have done a couple of rounds of lactate testing over the last year. What has your experience been using lactate data in your training, especially in a team situation?
Yeah, so I think it's really great. I mean, going down even to the test today, it was super fun. All of it out there on the track, work out together, and then on top of that, within our workouts, knowing that if one guy wasn't with us, it's not because he doesn't want to be there, because he's not trying, it's because that's where he's supposed to be. And I think that helps not only his mindset, and not if he's not in the pack, it helps the pack's mindset, because it's like, okay, we're all where we need to be and we're all getting better. And then going into a race, knowing that we've all done the training to what we should be doing, and then knowing that we've done the preparations, I think gives us a lot of confidence going into those races where the team and the pack is really important.